Welcome to IFAC's #1 stop to entertainment and trending news. Now, a police officer was killed in an accident involving a motorist in Mombasa. Now, this is after the motorist trapped the officer's hand and drove off with his body hanging for almost 200 meters. Now, this is the video. I'm not going to show you the entire thing because the motorist drove off and the police officer was on the ground. You can see him on the ground there, and what we get to see is him writhing in pain. And so after the motorist had driven off with his body hanging for almost 200 meters, the officer was later run over by the rear wheel of the same car. Sadly, he had sustained life-threatening injuries. According to the occurrence book, that is the OB, the officer, identified as Julius Marwa, was on his routine traffic control duty at the Buxton Junction with a colleague at around 4 p.m. Everything went on as usual until when the deceased officer stopped a motorist for a traffic checkup. According to the report, the driver failed to heed the directions of the traffic cop, which occasioned an altercation between the two. Consequently, the traffic cop grabbed the door handle of the private vehicle with the intention of gaining access and forcefully turning off the engine, oblivious to the danger he was staring at in the hands of the suspect. And that is when the driver, in retaliation, pulled the officer into the car by his hand and drove off at a high speed for a distance of 200 meters, like I shared with you guys earlier. Sadly, despite all the efforts by the officer's colleagues to rush him to a nearby hospital, he was pronounced dead on arrival. According to the OB report, the officer sustained serious head injury and multiple fractures on the pelvis. He was rushed to Joham Hospital, where he was pronounced dead on arrival. The body is lying at the same hospital mortuary pending post-mortem. A DCI operation identified the suspect, including the registration number of his car, before eventually tracing him from his hiding place inside a basement parking within Beach Road Estate. Now, this is not the first time that the police have tried to gain access and forcefully turn off the engine of a motorist's vehicle, sometimes even getting into the car. But this time around, what you get to see is that the person who was driving the car decided to speed off despite knowing that there was a police officer with one foot on the ground and one on the vehicle. Now, to be honest, this is a very, very sad incident. Even if he was trying to get away, definitely they were going to catch up with him. They already had his number plate, so whatever he was running away from, or perhaps fear of being charged for, now the charges will be more severe because a police officer has died. We send our deepest condolences to the deceased family. Thank you so much for watching. We're up to date. Subscribe if you haven't. Also turn on your post notifications so you're notified once you have any new uploads. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.